There we go. Hey. There we go. Okay, can you guys hear me all right? How's What the fuck? Hello? Okay, my microphone is not being an asshole. I think. Alright. Eat my ice cream. Hmm. Mm-hmm. No. I don't want to back up heal. Alright. Nope, not doing it. I don't want to back up heal. Hmm? Yeah. Give me. Yeah. Let's get it. No. I need Signet. What the hell am I doing? How's the stream quality? Am I invisible? Am I glitching around and whatnot? Let me open up my thing here. Turn this shit down. I don't want to back up heal. So stupid. Cool. He's a monk. Hey, Richie, what's happening, dude? Anybody tell me the stream quality? Am I dropping frames, skipping around, or is it smooth gameplay? I think my router might need to get reset. Every few days I have to reset it, or else it's garbage connection. Call of Duty 6. I'm good. You know. Stream's good. Thank you, sir. Do you stream gameplay anymore, Richie? Or not? Okay, let's see. I'll probably have better luck getting a party if I do / white mage. I just don't want to do it. I want to be a summoner, not a white mage. I don't want to be a healer. I want to use my woof and do a bunch of damage. That's all I want to do. Oh boy. Where'd that cookie come from? Why do I have one ginger cookie? Why do I have a crab apron? I can tell routers to automatically reboot every day. Yeah, so since I got my router replaced, this one's really good. But it has a couple times where I needed to reset it. Is that normal for routers, Casey? Or like, you have to reset it? Or is it just like a... Is that a normal, healthy router habit? Or... Is it normal? Let's just start there. And what is it about a router that would make the connection get all slow? Like, what happens? Does the network just get gummed up with data that never leaves? Like, I don't understand that. Delivery box, receive. Oh, I got mail. Oh boy. 20 gil. 20 gil. Oh boy, my fiend blood. Somehow I got out of sync. What do you mean, out of sync with what? No embedded equipment shall not need automatic reboots. Enterprise hardware works for years on a single boot. If it streams in ages. Okay. No, I remember those early days, Richie. Remember that? We were both starting out and we were playing a lot of the Souls games, I remember. So I got a lot of regulars here that are on the Discord as well. A little announcement. Rusty's not in the server anymore. I just don't think it's just not a place for him. He's a nice guy. I appreciate everybody being nice to him. I just don't think he doesn't... Discord wasn't a place for him. Like in a Discord server. Maybe I'll bring him back eventually. But the stream was off by 1 minute. Yeah, I started late. I think I said 8:30 I scheduled it. I didn't get on until 9. So, yeah, Rusty, he's a good guy, but he sent me a text. He didn't like something I said, and I called him just to clarify something, and that's all I'll say. You demand his return. Well, I think he logged out of Discord, and he doesn't know how to log back in. Discord is tricky, because I don't remember my password even. And, like, I don't even remember how I logged in to begin with. Light mage, what am I doing? Main job, black mage. Right, black mage? Okay. Yeah, he's a good guy, but I don't think he's... He went full Rusty. You never go full Rusty. Email? Yeah, I don't know what he did to sign up. I mean, I'm not going to sweat it. But, go for Rusty, logged out and forget who you are. Nah, Rusty's a good guy. He really is. He had a tough break in life and is a bad guy. At Goy. It's like Goyim, like the Jewish thing, Golem. I won't say anything else. I'll just say one more thing. He's a good guy at his core. And I'm sure we all wish him well. I had a long talk with him last night, Discord 101. He called me and just you know, trying to talk some sense into him, and he's gotta just... What he's doing isn't working. And he needs to... I'm not saying I know all the answers or have all the plans and know what to do in life. I'm no master of, you know, anything here, but Where is he? Where's the Minesweeper guy? I think he's over here. I didn't shun him. Just can't. That little thing he mentioned about, like, people don't know what words mean. Like, you can't talk to people like that and just... What? What was the... Quest completed Bastock Minesweeper? There it is. Aha! 3 prinches of soup. Trade. Good work. We could use more people like you. And then I'm gonna... Okay, where's my astral ring? L streamer decision. Well, he logged out of Discord, now he can't get back in. So technically it's not my fault. But I did remove all of his recent messages from the server, 'cause it's just too much. It doesn't leave any room for discussion. Besides all that, how's everybody doing? Apparently the guy who won the mayoral primary in New York City, apparently he's a gay Muslim communist or something. That's what people are saying about him. Can I sell that? Is there a shop here? I wish this crab apron you can do something with. How many walls of text will you miss? If he kicked him, it would be one thing. If he figures out how to get back on and asks, I'll put him back in. How's that? I'm not gonna... I don't know how to get rid of all of his messages without banning. So, if he wants to rejoin, he reaches out and makes the effort to make your Discord again, I'll unban him. Or if he creates a new username, fine. But I'm not gonna sweat it. No, I did the ban to clear up all those messages. It's just too much. No, I'm gonna tell him. Bans are IP bans? Oh no. Alright, now I feel bad. Alright, I'll, how do you unban? Is there a way to unban? They're making me feel bad. And poofing are as helpful as bots. And by the way, guys, thanks for hanging around. I apologize I was late. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I know a lot of you are regulars and wait and come by and hang out in the chat. I appreciate that. When you have a child, it's, at any minute you get pulled away for things. How do you... Where's your bands? Casey, tell me where I can find band people and I'll fix it. How do I... I don't know how to unban. Someone tell me how to unban and I'll do it. I just don't know how. Let's go here. Rock salt. No, really? Zerun Soot is useless. Yeah, I just know that's a lot of work, one by one, but someone tell me how to unban and I'll do it. How's that? Okay, fine. I respect that. I need to... No, I have to stay on this job. Outpost warp. Let me get off this before I get a party invite. I mean, isn't that the same outcome? Ban, delete all his messages from the past X amount of days, and then unban him. Like that. Isn't it the same outcome? Oh. Right. Go here. Have to figure that out myself. Okay. Beepy. I'm not Charmin Soft. You could have just muted him. Alright, he'll be back. Don't worry. But there is a way to unban somebody, right? So we'll look into that. What's this guy got? Ooh, light shells. How much? Okay. Let's see here. Is that 2 million or $2? I hope it's 2 million. Certainly deserve it. $2. You paid for the ticket. Congratulations. Summoner. Good job. Black mage. $2. Boo. Let's see if I can look this up. Oh. To unban someone from Discord server. Open Discord, okay. Aha, okay. Click on server settings. Bans, there he is. Revoke ban. Okay, he's unbanned. Okay. I had a dream I won 200k, so play Badger 5 when jackpot is over 100k. Badgers, like the Wisconsin Badgers, the college team. I guess it won't matter. If it'll get me a party, I'll fucking do it. Change job, support job. White mage, fine. Alright. It's 9:28. How long is it going to take me to get an invite? Place your bets. No. Where the fuck's my astral ring? God damn it. I want an astral ring. $198 MP. I'm a big boy now. Small state-run game. You gotta get a, What? That's dirty. I'm reading that thing in the gaming channel. A man has been arrested after being accused of stealing approximately $10,000 worth of Nintendo Switch game from multiple libraries. Wow. What an asshole. Gambling is bad. Those are the expense of the stream. You mean streamer or stroomer? Alright, I know what that means. I'm dressed for fishing. We're gonna go fishing. Mog, satchel. The only gambling I do is with cardboard. What's your philosophy with that, Casey? Like, what do you open and what do you keep? And when you open, actually open sealed, what kind of volume do you open? Do you just open one box from each set, like one play booster box? Wait, you get cheap magic cards? I wonder how you buy me one there, Nishi. What Final Fantasy X Commander deck should I make my work pay for? What do you mean? Are you just going to buy one of the pre-constructed decks? Oh, you guys want to know something annoying? Nishi, maybe you know about this. I learned the other day, apparently this guy, this is a direct boat to Norg. He's a boat NPC. You talk to him in retail, he takes you to Norg. Here he just tells you to sod off. Well, they said FF10 Commander deck, right? None, I know nothing about MTG. I think you should get the starter decks, Casey. There's the, you guys all end in vowels, except Richie Dubs. I think you should get the 2-pack starter decks. And you have someone to play with. Just start there. Ah, I lost due to lack of skill. Your mother. Starter kits are bad to play? Really? Precons are more playable. I think you should download a Magic the Gathering Arena first. With that, you can learn the basics of the game and then get into paper. Like, don't spend the money on paper Magic when you can play it for free. And make sure you have a dedicated group to play with. Oh, look at that, I got a fish. Not in server, probably need invite back. Whose fault? My fault or Rusty's fault? He sent me a text saying he's done with Discord, so if he makes the initiative saying he wants to come back on, I'll leave it there. Ah, come on, this is bullshit. Yeah, I suppose, but he can't just say whatever he wants to people. It was that statement he made about, like, I said Trump's a despot, and Rusty said people don't know what words mean. Like, that's... He's saying that to me. I know what words mean. I'm not stupid, I'm educated. Maybe I was a little too sensitive, but this is he's a 20-year history of just shooting off at the mouth. To me, to other people... It's just, you gotta sink in. No, but he can't just say whatever he wants and just pontificate, though. Yeah, it's a private server that I started, and I'm glad you helped me moderate it, but some of it's a bias. I know him as a person and how he is. And I've told him countless times, you gotta... People aren't there to read his... Good for him, he's smart, he likes to read and be informed. But people aren't there to read his encyclopedia entries he recites. It's just not productive. And I told him, I was like, you don't have to try this hard. Nobody's expecting you to flex your knowledge. Nobody's testing you. Nobody's, you know, this isn't a contest amongst alpha male and females. It's a lighthearted place for some discussion and dialogue, and make it whatever you want. I think you know where I'm coming from, Richie. Not that I'm looking for anybody to validate me. If you guys think I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong. But, like, his messages are gone now. He can't read them, but it just goes back to just how I know he could be. I don't want to say anything else about it. And he's a good guy, though, and I wish him well. He pays his words and ramblings. Well, maybe, yeah, I pay it more because I just know... If I didn't know him and he said all these things, like, you know, the way he texts, I would be saying the same thing to him. Maybe a little more biased because I'm kind of tired of it after 20 years. But, I don't know. More than one person, though, has been like... More than one person has said something to the effect of, okay, wow, a wall of text from Rusty. Like, that don't know him. It's cool to know stuff, but not to, you know, ground people in an encyclopedia entry you memorized. Yeah, I do have a short fuse. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to let shit go. I'm over a lot of things, old grudges. I'm just letting shit go. I'm doing me. Yapped out. Where the fuck are the party invites? What is going on? Yeah, the guy is lonely. There's actually things he can do to fix that, but he doesn't. Because he knows everything, and he's got an excuse and a reason. Listen, I was on the phone with... I was on a one-on-one Discord call with him until, like, after 11 o'clock last night. I went to work all shot out and tired today because of him, to talk to him and listen to him. I feel like he needed someone to talk to. And then he sent me something not so nice in text message that was really shitty thing to say that he even apologized for. I don't want to say... I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to shut up now. Somebody talk about something else. Come on. Did a greedy. I need the fat greedy so I can do that stupid fishing quest. Flush out. There are things you can do too, but we don't nag you constantly about it unless it involves watch parties or Xeno gears. Hey, feel free to nag and talk. I mean, I don't... There are things I can do. You're saying there are things you can do too. What things can I do? What do you mean? Watch parties and Xeno gears. The watch party's a fun idea, but like, I don't know how I'm gonna monetize that, or what would make... I don't know how a watch party would be good content. How is that gonna get me watch hours and numbers? I'm a sucker for big numbers. I don't want to stream to nobody. Nag and rag? What am I nagging and ragging on? Nag and rag? Maybe a restaurant, nag and rag. What would be on the menu at nag and rag? No. So just have a watch party just for fun? Community building? Horse meat? No, that's IKEA, Nishi. Remember that 2 years ago? Like 10 years ago, IKEA got in trouble for having horse meat meatballs on their menu. Like, Mr. Ed died. Go ahead and throw him in the meat grinder and turn him into meatballs. Let me text them. Yeah, I really made the server just for the handful of dedicated people. I thought it'd be good to have the same people. Not the same... I don't want only the same people. I'd like people to be on it. But, I'm not gonna live and die by it. What's going on here? I gotta charge my phone. What Rusty's on about from time to time. What do you mean I give up? I didn't even do anything. Alright, I changed my mind. I'll back up Gilston. Let's see. Is he still on? Who pinged me? That's why I called. That's why it's called a fine. If you're rich, then you are fine. Oh, tactics. What did Trump say at NATO? I guess I can listen to it and find out. I gotta play this. Hang on.
It's about exactly what you would expect. Here we go.
Oh, fake news CNN?
Fake news.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Wait till you hear this question.
Thank you, sir.
You should really say how great our soldiers and our warriors are.
I think everyone appreciates our soldiers and our warriors. I do have two questions for you, Mr. President. You just cited Israeli intelligence
There we go.
on these attacks. Earlier, you said U.S. intelligence was inconclusive. Are you relying on Israeli intelligence for your assessment of the impact of the strikes?
No, this is also Iran made the statement. And it's also, if you read the document that was given, that Pete can talk about if you'd like, the document said it could be very severe damage. But they didn't take that. They said it could be limited or it could be very severe. They really didn't know, other than to say it could be limited or it could be very, very severe.
So it was taken out of context.
He's such a rambling mess when he
a
talks.
Statement of unsurety or unsureness rather than a statement condemning it or saying that it fucked up. Oh, okay. Wow. So they actually did just totally misrepresent it. There's a range of outcomes. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, they need to get this guy.
You didn't choose to put that because it was very early after. Since then, we've collected additional intelligence. We've also spoken to people who have seen the site, and the site is obliterated. And we think everything nuclear is down there. They didn't take it out. Okay, question? Please, go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. Yeah. Blue dress.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Yesterday, you said China can now continue to purchase oil from Iran.
Yeah.
Are you giving up on your maximum pressure campaign? Because there are
too
sanctions
bad.
right now
Must catch more.
on Iran.
What a shitty
Look,
quest.
They just had a war. The war was fought. They fought it bravely. I'm not giving up. They're in the oil business. I mean, I could stop it if I wanted. I could sell China the oil myself. I don't want to do that. They're going to need money to put that country back into shape. We want to see that happen. Would it? No. If they're going to sell oil, they're
He is like, I mean, bro, basically the same. He on that tangerine shit right now.
sell oil. We're not taking over the oil. We could have, you know. I used to say with Iraq, keep the oil. I could say it here too. We could have kept the oil. No,
Hell,
China.
make them poor. No, I mean, I think like, I mean, if you starve them out, I mean,
All right, so what's the deal with Iran? Did we destroy that?
I think if you do
nuclear
that, it's
place
just
or
going to
not?
create more trouble. And also, this is the issue: is that if people can't get anything out of capitulating to you, they won't capitulate to you. So if surrender just means a slow death, most people won't accept that. So you have to give somebody
He cuts open any fish?
in order to make them
Like,
stop
what do the
doing
fish
something.
have that you gain from that?
It's just being reasonable, right? Hungry dog lashes out. Yeah, you have to give people an out.
Is going to want to buy oil. They can buy it from us. They can
Germany
buy it
after
from
World
other
War I?
people.
Yeah, how'd that turn out? Not
but
so good.
You're going to have to put that country back into shape. It desperately needs money. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, please. Here we go. I'm picking the beauties today.
Ugh. I'm not cleared to know.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, Secretary General Rutte has described President Putin as an adversary, a threat, an enemy. Do you view him the same way? And in addition to that, you mentioned General Kane, your chief of staff, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yes, he has said that Mr. Putin has territorial ambitions beyond Ukraine. Do you view that in the same way?
Possible. I mean, it's possible. I know one thing, he'd like to settle. He'd like to get out of this thing. It's a mess for him. He called the other day. He said, can I help you with Iran? I said, no, you can help me with Russia. Because, you know, in the last few weeks, we took care of India and Pakistan, Kosovo, Serbia. I think on Friday we have
What
coming in.
What did he do with Kosovo and Serbia?
The Congo is coming in, and Rwanda is coming in. That was a vicious war that went on.
This is some world police shit. How the fuck do you do all of that in 2 weeks?
Wait,
Machete war.
I missed that.
Heads chopped
Kosovo
off
and
all
Serbia?
over Africa. They're coming in. We did 2 others in addition to that.
The Nobel
Nobody's
Prize?
ever done
Yeah.
anything like this. No, I consider him a person that's, I think, been misguided. I'm very surprised, actually. I thought we
What
would have
did we
had
do
that
with
settled.
Kosovo and Serbia? That was
He's
in
got settled 4
1990,
of them
wasn't
in the
it?
meantime. But he did
In
call
the
up
90s?
and he said,
Like what?
you know, he's close to Iran. He'd like to help us get a settlement. I said, no, you help me get a settlement with Russia. And I think we're going to be doing that too. Yeah.
I'm Steve Doocy.
Man, and so anyway, peacemaker in chief. Yeah, so I mean, these are actually, I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised. These are kind of good answers. Yeah.
About your goals for NATO and Article 5 today.
We're with them all the way.
Yeah, these aren't even bad.
If you take a look at the numbers, we're with them, and they're very big things to announce today. I don't know if you've taken the vote or you're going to take the vote, but I've
This
been
is it,
asking
right?
them to go up to
Yeah.
5% for a number of years.
What's going on with
and,
Serbia
they're going
and
up to
Kosovo?
5%, and
That
that's
is
a big-
news to me. He made that
from
up.
2%. And a lot
far
of
as
people
I'm
didn't even
concerned.
pay the 2%. So I think that's going to be very big news. NATO is going to become very strong
The
with
assassin
us.
changed them. You think so?
And I appreciate doing it. Perhaps you want to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me first, before we go to the spending, I just want to recognize
And,
your decisive action on Iran.
Damn.
You are a man of strength.
only
You're
a
also
cure.
a man
So
of
they're just glazing the fuck out of them. God damn.
peace. And the fact that you are now also successful in getting this ceasefire done between Israel and Iran, I really want to commend you for that.
Thank you very much.
And I think this is important for the whole.
I do have to say that the fact that he blew the fuck out of he blew up all their nuclear shit, and Israel bombed the fuck out of them, and then like 3 days later he declared peace. I'll be real. I didn't think like I hope that would happen, but like I couldn't imagine that to happen. Like I mean that's kind of crazy.
World.
That
Then
is,
on
that's a
spending,
lot.
It's absolutely true. I want to state here, without President Trump, this would not have happened. In 3 stages. When
Iran
you became
thanked them
president
for
in
bombing them?
2016, 2017,
Iran thanked him for.
So,
you forced
God.
Europeans and Canadians to pay more. At this moment,
Yeah.
the result of
Slash
that phase is $1 trillion extra
add-on
aggregate defense spending by the Canadians and the Europeans. Then came phase 2, when you became president in January last year. Phase 2 is that all our countries not yet on 2% have now committed to the 2%. This is the old goal from Wales in
Well, this is
2014.
fucking obvious. Like,
forget
why
it.
the fuck are
Okay.
people not paying the amount of money that they need to be paying? Like, it's not even a question. Of course, this is what should happen. I don't even see how's anybody even acting like this is a problem.
7 were
It's
not
common
2%. Some are
sense.
saying
Of
somewhere in the
course.
2030s. Now, this year, all of them, including Canada, including Italy, including Belgium, they have all now committed to the 2%.
Yeah.
And now comes the big splash. Today, we will decide to go to 5%. We
He's
have to keep
disappointed in
ourselves safe
Spain?
from our
Maybe.
adversaries, but also because it is fair to equalize with the United States. With this 5%, the Europeans
Why
and the
doesn't he
Canadians
buy
will
fish? You're the
equalize
fishing
their
guild.
defense
Buy the
spending
fucking
with
fish.
the United States.
So
So
they're
this is
finally
not about
spending more money.
American taxpayers paying more. This is about Europeans, Canadians paying more. And again, this would not have happened. I'm really saying this here. And some people might criticize me, but then when I speak with them, they all say, yes, you're right. This would not have happened if you would not have been elected in 2016
they're
and re-elected
out.
last year and back into office in January. So I want to thank you.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Thank you very much. It's a great victory for everybody, I think. And
Oh, is this
we
the
will
guy
be
who called
equalized
Trump
very
daddy?
shortly, and that's the way it has to be. It's going to be a lot of money too, a lot of defense.
Still,
Iran should nominate Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. That would be the most entertaining thing and the funniest thing that could happen. No, for real. Like that could be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we have a great relationship.
You
I mean,
imagine
we had
that?
a great relationship from the beginning. Highly
That'd be
respected
funny.
man.
Yeah,
and,
Pakistan did. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here too, everybody. We really do. We have a tremendous group of people on my left and a tremendous group of people on my right.
Tremendous.
They might be even better than my people. I don't know. Let's have a fight. Let's figure it out. Anyway, but we appreciate it, and we've had a tremendous relationship, Mark and I, and we've really worked on this subject for a long time.
This is good.
When Biden was here, it just died. It just died like everything else died. And now it's you're going to take, I guess, a vote today.
He just can't let Biden go, can he?
That's my absolute conviction.
So
Pakistan too.
We can't talk about it until the vote's taken because sometimes strange things happen with those. But I think you're going to.
I'm not too worried.
I think you're going to do very well. Everyone's very happy about it. Go ahead. Yes.
Mr. President, how is the Iran-Israel ceasefire going, in your opinion?
I think very good. I think very good.
Who's Baldy?
Israel came back yesterday. I was so proud of them because they came back.
Who's so proud of them that they stopped bombing Iran? I didn't know if they'd be able to do it, but they managed to do it. I'm so proud.
Went
I'm
out
proud
because
they stopped
felt it
killing
was a
people.
violation. And technically they were right, but it just wouldn't have worked out very well. And they brought the planes back. They had gone on to another journey because there was a little bit of a violation. And I said, you got to get them back. And they came back, and it was a great thing. And it's going very well.
Mr. President, what is your response to the foreign minister saying he still wants to enrich nuclear?
Hello, Katie. She's so great, this one. Any question she asks, I'll answer. Well, maybe I better not say that. What was your question?
What is your response to the Iranian foreign minister continuing to say Iran will enrich uranium and pursue nuclear weapons?
Well, I don't know if they've said that, but I'll tell you, the last thing they want to do is enrich anything right now. They want to recover. And we won't let that happen, number one. Militarily, we won't. I think we'll end up having somewhat of a relationship with Iran. I see it. Look, I've had a relationship over the last 4 days. They agreed to the ceasefire.
Yeah, I mean, it would be easy if we could just get along with them, and that would just solve the problem right there. Yeah, that'd be fucking great. Thank God. Yeah, if we could just figure this out, yeah.
And it was a very equal agreement.
It's a good way to keep an eye on them.
That's enough. They both said it. But no, they won't do that. The last thing they want to do, Katie, is enrich. They're not looking to. They're not. Can you imagine? After all of that, they're going to say, "Oh, let's go and do a bomb." There could be a day in the future, and then somebody else taking our place will be saying, "Don't do it," and maybe they won't do it as well. I don't know, but they're not going to have a bomb, and they're not going to enrich.
Okay.
And we believe all of the stuff is down there. We don't think they had nearly the time because to get that out is a very difficult thing. It's not like
being
moving
an
a
asshole.
package or taking this carpet up and moving it. It's very difficult. It's very dangerous to do.
Wait, so are you telling me all the people on Twitter that thought that that cargo truck, they just put all of the enriched uranium in the back of the Toyota truck and then drove it down to the other hole? Drove it down to the... You telling me wait, are you saying that that's actually not what happened? Damn, that's crazy. Wow. I would have never guessed. Damn, dude, where do these people come
it's
from?
all down there.
China picked it up from them?
We had a
I
tremendous.
think that there's a good chance China could have just taken the enriched uranium because China already has nukes, and Trump could have done some back channel deal where it's like, okay, you have the enriched uranium, we know this, you've got to sell it to China, and we're not going to blow it up. You can sell it to China, but you're not having it one way or another. And by the way, if he did that, I'd be like, okay, fine, that's totally okay. That's literally the easiest, cleanest solution where nobody gets their dick stepped on.
Tremendous victory.
I hate it when my dick gets stepped on.
0% chance that
because
happens?
of that, I don't think they would have been down there because they knew we were coming.
China?
When they know we're coming, they're not going to be down in that 30 stories underground.
I actually just had an ice cream bar. I had a Haagen-Dazs.
I think it was just a tremendous
one of those
victory
vegan
for everybody,
Haagen-Dazs bars.
including Iran.
I can't have dairy, so I
they've got
had
a
that.
country.
Trump bombed Iran, and he said that it's a victory for Iran that Trump bombed them.
Wow.
And they've got oil, and they're very smart people, and they can come back. Israel got hit very hard,
man.
especially the last couple of days. Israel was hit really hard. Those ballistic missiles, boy, they took out a lot of buildings. And they've been
Crazy.
great. Bibi Netanyahu should be very
Did
proud
you
of
say
himself.
thank you?
And they've really been great. But they're not going to be building bombs for a long time.
Ben and Jerry's dirt cake. Wasn't one of them just arrested at a Senate hearing? It was either Ben or Jerry who got arrested.
Yeah, well, they said it was actually the report said it could have been very, they don't know. I mean, they did a report.
So it was presented in a completely disingenuous way that totally misled the entire audience of people. And it was done so intentionally. That's some
I
road
could have
shit.
Pete talk to it because
That's
his
some
department did the
serious
report.
road shit.
They really don't know. I think Israel's going to be telling us very soon because Bibi is going to have people involved in that whole situation.
Can we play the question? So basically somebody leaked an intelligence report where they said they weren't sure how much damage it did at the time. And so they said it could have been a lot or it could have been a little bit. And then it got reported as if it was a little bit. And so context was intentionally omitted in order to create a second agenda.
Obliteration. It was a virtual obliteration. When you take a look at the ground above, don't forget the flame is all underground. But everything above, if you look at the before and the after picture, everything above is burned black. The trees, everything.
Very road shit.
There's one building, but that's a building that sunk substantially into the granite.
Are we surprised CNN would do this?
Right over it.
No.
It was, I believe it was
I guess I'm
total
healing.
obliteration. I believe they didn't have a chance to get anything out because we acted fast. If it would have taken 2 weeks maybe, but it's very hard to remove
carbuncles?
that kind of material. Very hard and very dangerous for them to remove it.
Because it's like
Plus, they
radioactive.
knew we're coming. And if they know we're coming, they're not going to be down there. There aren't too many people that are going to be down there. Pete, do you have something to say about that?
Well, Mr. President, when you talk to the people who built the bombs, understand
What
what,
is
those
wrong with my
bombs
mic?
can do, and deliver those bombs,
Jeez.
they landed precisely where they were supposed to, so it was a flawless mission.
Flawless.
Right down where we knew they needed to enter, and given the 30,000 pounds of explosives and capability of those munitions, it was devastating
Flawless.
underneath Fordo. And the amount of
Very
munitions,
light, poison
6
nails.
per location, any assessment
Healing
that tells
Ruby.
you something otherwise is speculating with
Slash
other motives. And we know that. because
Healing
when
Ruby.
you actually
Yeah,
look at the
exactly. They're trying to make it look like it didn't happen so they can make them look bad. It's obvious what happened. And especially after they contextualize that report, then it becomes even more evident that this was entirely an agenda right from the beginning.
report, by the way, it was a top secret report. It was preliminary. It was low confidence. All right, so this isn't, you make assessments based on what you know. They don't.
They said it could be very devastating, very serious.
Moderate to severe, and we believe far more likely severe and obliterated. So this is a political
Is leak for a reason, pure politics? Yep.
Of course. We're doing a leak investigation with the FBI right now. Because this information is for internal purposes, battle damage assessments, and CNN and others are trying to spin it to make the president look bad when this was an overwhelming success.
Thank God, at least, bro, he just went out and said it. That's exactly what happened.
We had a tremendous success, and this is the New York Times. I call it the failing New York Times. It's going to hell. And CNN, which, as you know, very few people are watching. And you would think they'd do the opposite. You would think they'd want to say, this was an unbelievable success. And the thing that hurts me is it's really demeaning to the pilots and the people that put that whole thing together, the generals. That was a perfect operation. And when you look at the holes, and this was done from 52,000 feet.
Do they know who leaked the document? They probably could figure it out to an extent. Like, I mean, if they want to figure it out, they could probably figure it out. Like, maybe not at 100% certainty, but probably somewhere at like 90 to 95.
There was no moon, there was no light, and those three holes are right together. And also, and nobody talks about this, we shot 30 Tomahawks from submarines.
Yeah.
In particular, one submarine, but that was 400 miles away. And every one of those Tomahawks hit within a foot of where they were supposed to hit. Took out a lot of buildings that Israel wasn't able to get. We took them out with Tomahawks. We don't even talk about that. This was a devastating attack, and it knocked them for a loop. And, you know, if it didn't, they wouldn't have settled. If they had, if they had won, if we didn't take it out, they wouldn't have settled. Somebody mentioned that to me last night. If that thing wasn't devastated, they would have never settled. Marco, do you have something to say?
No, first of all, on the stuff about the intelligence, this is what a leaker is telling you.
He's fucking pissed, bro. You know he's mad. This is what we saw a minute ago. This is probably the whole thing.
The intelligence says. That's the game these people play. They read it, and then they go out and characterize it the way they want it characterized, and they're leakers. This is the game they play. So that's number one. Number two, here's a fact. The conversion facility, which you can't do...
They need to get that guy in charge of them. They've got to do that. If they don't do that,
I have
people are just going to keep leaking shit.
Astral Ring and Fasting Ring for now. Once I get more money, I'll get another Astral Ring.
If they don't immediately step on it, then it just gets worse.
Nuclear weapon without a conversion facility, we can't even find where it is, where it used to be on the map. You can't even find where it used to be because the whole thing is just blackened out. It's gone.
It's wiped out.
It's wiped out. Then we dropped 12 of the strongest bombs on the planet right down the hole in 2 places. Everything underneath that mountain is in bad shape.
Am I disconnecting?
And I refer you to the statement of the IAEA, Mr. Grossi. You know what he said? He said there was Iran.
You guys hear the stream?
The attack and what their nuclear
news
program looks like now. 2 very different things.
Yeah, obviously.
They are way behind where they were just 7 days ago.
Turn this down.
Now anything in the world can be rebuilt.
Yeah.
But now we know where it is. And if they try to rebuild it, we'll have options there as well. But all this leaker stuff, these leakers are professional stabbers. That's what they are. They go out and they read this stuff, and then they tell you what it says against the law, but they characterize it for you in a way that's absolutely false. There's no way Iran
completely right.
comes to the table if somehow nothing had happened. This was complete and total.
That's a good fucking point, yeah. Yeah, you think they really just decided, you think they really just went and decided to give up after this? If it didn't work?
Obliteration. They're in bad shape. They are way behind today compared to where they were just 7 days ago because of what the president did.
Marco, can I just alert you to one other aspect? So the great thing is you took out the nuclear capability.
Good point. Yeah, why would they surrender and give up right after this bombing if it didn't work? Think about that. This is the same thing he said before. He's like, oh, they're not building nuclear bombs, and why is it 300 feet in the middle of a mountain? Like, it's just, again, like, bro, some of this stuff is just common sense, in my opinion. It's so obvious.
Well, this was crucial. You
What's
did it in
the
a way
chat? What's your take on this? Is Iran building a nuclear weapon?
It signals sense to the rest of the world that this president, when it comes to it, yes, he's a man of peace, but if necessary, he is willing to use strength. The enormous strength of the American military. So I think
this guy is glazing.
To the rest of the world, this is far beyond Iran, is extremely important. So let me also point us to that aspect of what happens.
They went down, Iran went down to the site afterwards. They said it's so devastated, and they settled when they saw what we did to it. And frankly, if we didn't do that, they would have had a lot of ammunition to keep going. They wouldn't have settled. Somebody brought that up, and 2 Iranians went down to see it, and they called
This party's
back
slow, and
said,
it's all my
"This place
fault."
is gone. So it's just fake news by CNN, which has
Fake
got
news
no
by
ratings.
CNN. He
It's
just
a
won't let
failed
CNN
network.
go.
Anybody here from CNN, by the way?
Yeah.
Because you're
fake news. Wow.
Oh, geez, bro. He's trying to call him out right then and there, huh? Try and just immediately raise your hand, you know?
really disgraceful network. MSNBC, I think, is actually worse. But they're all pretty bad. But yours is good, Katie, I'll tell you.
Mr. President.
You know what Marco reminded me? He did such a nice job there.
Little
It was
Marco.
9 years ago, I had to debate this guy. He was not easy. I think
I remember that. Remember that?
Little
yeah,
Marco.
with the water.
even got better. But when you were into your little thing, I said, this is when I had to
Into your
debate this guy.
little
You think
thing.
it's easy to debate? It's not easy.
How long do you think that the Iranian nuclear program has been put back?
Little Marco,
Wow.
yeah, you remember
What an
that?
abusive asshole.
I think basically decades, because I don't think they'll ever do it again. I just don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to take their oil, they're going to have some missiles, and they'll have some defense. I think they've had it. I mean, they just went through hell. I think they've had it. The last thing they want to do is enrich. They've been trying to do it. By the way, it's hard to enrich.
Do you think Iran's going to take the deal or wait for a chance to get back at us? I think that if we offer them a trade deal that's beneficial for them, they'll probably go with it. Because, and they'll probably be doing some bullshit. Like, this is probably not the last conflict that we'll have with Iran, unless, like, their regime collapses, which, honestly, a trade deal would probably make that less likely. But if we had a deal with them, the probability of them doing anything crazy would go down by a lot because they would have more to lose. Like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, this bombing happened and immediately they want to surrender. I mean, I think that says a lot.
And, you know, when you look at a site like that, very, very hard to build.
But the one Trump broke?
Very expensive.
Yeah, Trump didn't like it. Just because there was a deal previously and Trump didn't want to go with the deal doesn't automatically mean that Trump hates deals. Maybe there was something that was problematic or that he didn't like about the deal. I mean, like, it's not like every deal is instantly perfect, right? I mean, come on.
54 damage.
They spent trillions of dollars trying to do this thing, and they didn't come up with it. And we're actually getting along with them very well right now. But had we not succeeded with that hit ended the war. That hit ended the war. I don't want to use an example of Hiroshima. I don't want to use an example of Nagasaki.
I'm not going to say the race of the doctor. It was a Jewish doctor.
Oh my God.
But that was essentially the same thing. That
Wow.
ended that war. This ended that with the war. If we didn't
So
take
what do we
that
think,
out,
chat?
they'd
Is
be
Iran
fighting
building
right
a
now.
nuclear weapon?
Mr. President,
Yeah.
if the Iranians do rebuild, would the United States...
If they rebuild?
Would the United States
Wow.
strike again? And I have also a question about
But
Russia.
I'm not going to have to worry about that.
Sure. Sure, yeah, if they do it again, yeah, we'll blow them up again. Yeah, sure. Like, bro, okay.
It's gone for years. Very tough to rebuild because the whole thing is collapsed. In other words, inside, it's all collapsed. Nobody can get in to see it because it's collapsed. You can't go in to see a room that has, 10 million tons of rock in it.
Yeah, that's probably
and
true.
the tunnels are totally collapsed.
If they rebuild.
Well, they've already looked at the tunnels. This was an unbelievable hit by genius pilots and genius people in the military, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group.
Scum.
And not
Holy
all
shit,
of you
that's
are.
bad.
You have some great reporters, but you have scum. CNN is scum.
Wow, man. Come on,
MSDNC
that's
is
dictatorship
scum.
talk.
The New York Times is scum.
Oh,
They're
dude.
bad people. They're sick. And what they've done is they're trying to make this
Oh, man.
unbelievable victory into something
That's
less.
not okay.
Now, even they admit that it was hit very hard, okay? But it wasn't hit hard. It was hit brutally, and it knocked it out.
That's fair. I feel like if Biden did this strike, they would be like, yeah, President Biden succeeded. He got it done.
Obliteration.
He did what no one
And
else
you'll
did.
see
It was
that.
perfect. It was
And it's
flawless.
going to come out.
If
Israel,
Obama did it, they'd be calling
is
him a
doing
war
report
criminal
on
and
it
a
now. I
warmonger,
understand.
and he should be
And I was
impeached
told
and
that they
tried
said
and
it
tar
was
and feathered.
total obliteration. You know, they have
Wow.
guys that go in there after the hit, and they say it was total obliteration. And I don't want to.
So they already checked and they know that.
I want it for the pilots. I want it for the military. They did such a good job. If you were in the Situation Room with me, with the generals and all of the people that did such a good job, and then they get demeaned by these idiots at CNN who can't get ratings. The place is dying. Nobody wants to even waste their time going on their shows.
Oh my
So they
God.
formed with the New York Times, who's dying also. Without Trump, you wouldn't have a New York
Oh my
Times.
God.
And then just changing gears here.
The funny thing is that he's probably right. All of these media companies love Trump so much because they can farm him. That's the reason. Yeah, they're probably so happy he
Jeez.
won.
Meeting with
Oh
Zelensky later today. Can you give us any preview of what the two of you might be discussing?
No, well,
particularly
we'll discuss the obvious. We'll discuss his difficulty. He's got a little difficulty. Zelensky. He's a nice guy. I mean, I'm going to meet him today. I don't know. I assume we're going to be discussing Ukraine.
Zelensky wore a suit to this one.
Zelensky wore a suit.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, it seems like the most likely subject.
Can you restart?
Really? I'll show you. I'll pull it up. Give me a second. Let me see if I
Wow.
find it. Just real quick. Where is it? Bro knew Trump was pissed off today, so he wore a suit.
Zelensky changed out of the
did he say
tracksuit.
thank you too? I bet he did.
Oh man.
Yeah, I bet he fucking did.
You don't have the cars,
And so you can see that, right? Suit was yesterday, was it? I don't know.
There or anything that you might do?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, I've spoken to Putin a lot, and he actually was very nice. He volunteered help on as you know, on Iran.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't need help on Iran. I need help on Russia. Okay? I said, do me a favor. Help us on Russia, not on Iran. But he was very nice. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk. I think progress is being made. I think great progress is being made on Gaza. I think because of this attack that we made, I think we're going to have some very good news. I was talking to Steve Witkoff.
Yeah, because Hamas isn't going to be getting any more money and weapons
Hamas
from
is
Iran.
cooked.
That's the reason why. And also, by the way, deserved. Hamas didn't go and help Iran. Hamas didn't do shit. Bro, Iran funded you for years. They gave you money for years. Dude, these guys were giving you money all the time. The moment that Iran is down bad, geez, guys, I don't know what. Yeah, my phone wasn't working. I didn't get the call. Scare Trump, yeah, they roached the fuck out.
By the way, is terrific, and who knows more about this subject than anybody. The subject of what we were just talking about. He was on last night with Jesse,
64 damage,
with Laura, and with Sean. And boy, Susie, he has a great take on it. He just explains it so easily. He's really very knowledgeable. But he did tell me that Gaza is very close.
The pagers went off? Yeah.
One follow-up on Iran. Both you and Secretary Rubio and Hicks have mentioned the leak. But can you clarify, is the intelligence correct or is the intelligence wrong?
Well, the intelligence was very inconclusive.
It's liquid, right? I mean, you don't know what's happening. I mean, it's fluid or whatever you want to call it. Like, I mean, they don't know what happened yet because it hasn't happened. Like, they can't check. Like, they're not going to know 5 seconds afterwards to be sure.
Intelligence says we don't know. It could have been very severe.
It's underground.
That's what the intelligence says. So I guess that's correct.
Yep.
But I think we can take the we don't know. It was very severe.
How'd they check?
It was
exactly.
obliteration. And you'd think that
But I do think that the logic of why do you think they surrendered so fast after the bombing, I think that's really good logic. I'm going to be honest. I think that's a really, really, really strong argument. Because you never listen to what people say, listen to what they do.
Would say, isn't that a great thing? I mean, more importantly for the pilots, for the military, you take their guts out. You take their absolute guts out. They had a tremendous attack.
Take your guts
it was
out?
a complete obliteration. The other team, the other group, Iran, said, let's stop this. And you know what? Israel said it too. Very smart. They fought like hell, and then they said, let's stop. And they're going to build themselves. And I really see it as sticking. I mean, we may do papers on it, Marco. Maybe we're going to do papers. I don't even know if you need them. They're not going to be fighting each other. They've had it. They've had a big fight, like 2 kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while,
Daddy. He called him Daddy.
Did he just do what I think he just did?
He just called him Daddy. He called Trump Daddy.
Fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while.
Oh my God.
He loved that.
Wow.
They went to NATO. They called me Daddy.
Jeez. And questions afterwards? Yeah. It's so good, bro. Yeah. Dad joke, really? Yeah.
You have to use a certain word.
I think we have to join the others.
Yes, we're going to join some other group. Yes, thank you. Katie, one
last question. Do you believe
she's so good. That's the only reason I take her.
Thank you, Mr. President.
She used to be very difficult. Go ahead.
Do you believe that this strike on the Iranian nuclear program will lead to the release of the hostages in Gaza?
I think that it helped a little bit. It showed a lot of power. Yeah, I think it helped. But we're going to get separately, even before this, we were very close to making a deal on Gaza.
Oh, my God.
I think this helped, yes. Okay, thank you, Katie. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Not what I would expect. I'll tell you that. Iran still wants to kill us no matter what. Yeah, I mean, they're going to put... The thing is that they can go out and say that, but as long as we're able to work with them on the back end, then there's not really too big of a problem, right? I mean, let's be honest. I thought that was actually pretty good. Yeah, all those questions and everything were great. I was kind of surprised, honestly. Like, yeah, I expected it to be like way worse. But yeah, I mean, all those questions really made a lot of sense. Let me go back. I'll see if I can pull these up and get into this. Check the there's a post-talk interview. After the deals are made, he made suggestions for Democrats to win. Wait, Trump made suggestions for Democrats to win? Okay. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. The assassination certainly did him good. Yeah, I mean, that was a big deal. It really was. Like, that assassination was a turning point for sure.
Wow. Daddy has to use strong language. Holy moly. All right, let's get serious. Turn this down. Let's turn this up. Turn that up. Put this about midway. I'm going to turn this down. Stay. Bad dog. Don't move. Anybody remember the Yu-Gi-Oh card? Silverfang? That's what Fenrir reminds me of. Yu-Gi-Moto Silverfang! It's just a 1200 attack wolf. Have any job abilities? Just astral flow, pet commands, ward, rage, nothing. Yeah, probably go to the beach because this is getting really shitty. I mean, the flies are an option. Why don't we just chain kill leeches? I don't know why this guy announces his TP moves. Chat working? I don't see it. Let's see. Let's restore. Yeah, just quiet. Pop out chat. Get down and heal. A little too slow. Oh, man. Hardcore player has fallen. 1,192,223 hours. And only level 38. That sounds bad. That's why I rubbed you. Somebody in my link show just said, yeah, that's why I rubbed you. Wow, awkward typo. So what did Trump do for Serbia and Kosovo? Well, what is he looking for with Serbia and Kosovo? That was so 1990s. Alright, well, we can't. What are we doing next? I'm getting tired. I gotta go. I'm going to bed before 11. I'm gonna be a good boy tonight. Yeah. Little mini stream. Oh, just don't ask me to pull. I don't want to do it. Partying has been so slow. Oryxen. So wait, why is the red mage... This guy should be pulling. What am I missing here? Okay, if you're a thief, get a boomerang. Don't do the crossbow. Oh. Hold the roof.
Your skill has increased.
Oh, I'm gonna fall asleep. Alright. Ooh, okay. That's really shitty. Ugh. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Come on. provoke pulling. The thief isn't pulling. This is dumb. Oh. Oops. Yeah, why? The warrior is provoke pulling. And he's swinging a sword. Hope he knows what he's doing.
Incoming tower. Incoming tower.
We're moving. Yeah. This is really slow going. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let's see. Is the boat open? Uh-oh. Boat might be taken by a naked elf. Oh. I've had enough. I'm tired. I gotta go. It's a little too slow. I'm just gonna go. I can't do anything with this. Level 16 min? What? Oh, I can't wait for next week's high wind. I can just... Come on. Oh, who did we lose? Alright.
Your inventory is full.
Alright, everyone. Have a great night. They do with what is Ella?
Your inventory is full.
Oh boy. Alright. Have a good night all. Everyone in chat, Nishi, Casey, Rusty, have a great night. I'm gonna call it here. Feel free to hang around and chat in the Discord. If you guys want to reach out, hit me up. You know where to find me. Have a great night, everyone.